So let's talk about body count. Personally, I've been with over 700 women. And I know it may sound like a lot because it is. However, I will let you know throughout all those experiences the types of people I've met. Women are heavily influenced by the amount of partners they sleep with, specifically men, while we are also affected by it just in a different way. When you look at women, the more partners she experiences, her behavior will change accordingly. Now, you don't have to ask her, what is your body count? You will see the behavior attached with her actions. Because a lot of women think, oh, guys are just so caught up on a number as though we are insecure. But the truth is, body count affects the way you move. So for a woman, if she has a high body count, the type of behavior she will display is as such. When you're having intercourse, you'll notice that woman is more demanding in bed. She might even ask you to do abrasive things that you might not even be comfortable doing. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever been with a woman that wants to be fisted or abused during intercourse? Slapped up, beat up, choked, and I don't mean light versions of what I'm saying. I'm talking about full throttle. They need aggression. And that is a behavior trait associated with promiscuity, because you start to dive deeper while pushing your own limitations. Now, I'm going to shift off gear and talk about men. Before you sleep with a woman, as a man, your experience is literally at zero, just like a woman. However, you are at your worst when you haven't had intercourse with women yet. And what I mean by that is not that you're a bad person, not that you particularly suck. It's just that your experience is so limited because you ain't got any, that your attraction towards women that you come across will be at an all-time low. Women can tell if you have experience, the same way we can tell if a woman has experience. Behavior patterns don't lie. So for example, as a man, a woman can easily tell if you don't get boxed like that based off of you not escalating. You're not confident. While you're with a woman and she's sitting right next to you, you're not willing to put your arms around her. You're not willing to touch her thighs, her legs. You're not establishing physical touch. You might be more reserved. Legs might even be inwards. You have guys that might even cross their legs, or they'll sit away from that woman, and they're not really trying to be too connected because they don't know how to. A lot of guys that are not experienced, what they do is they try to build a connection through friendship, right? You're taking a girl out to dinner, you're wining and dining her, you're going on multiple dates, and at some point, with the woman's permission, you start to engage more in physical activity. But guess what? A lot of women are already experienced, so when they see that, they can identify, this guy don't got it. He ain't got it like that. So they're not expecting much from you from a physical standpoint. Even if you're not a bad looking guy, because you're not escalating and behaving in a confident manner, they are going to assume that you don't get boxed. And because of that, they'll make you wait. You will be the guy that has to go through all of these hoops in order to have sex. And the worst part about it is, in a lot of times, the woman is not even looking forward to it because you don't have experience. Now let's flip this shit real quick. If the girl is not experienced, she will be shy, reserved, not as outgoing, not because she can't be. The experience isn't present, which allows you as a man to lead. The difference between men and women when we gain experience is once a man builds on his resume, that man will be a better leader. He will have the confidence throughout his experience beforehand to lead the woman that he is interacting with. So he will be able to escalate to sex. He will be able to tell the woman what to do and how to do it, because you learn through your failures. Okay? At first, a lot of us are shy. We're not comfortable approaching women. And when we do, we're nervous. When we're going on a date, we weren't as confident. We didn't have the audacity to go for what we want when we wanted it. The same way a woman will be more reserved, more shy. Notice the similarities. So when you have a man who's experienced versus a woman who isn't, it's a nice balance. Yin and yang. You have the person that's going to pursue and teach, and you have the person that's going to learn and listen. But when you shift those around, or you get two individuals who are experienced, there will always be conflict. Because now, when you are leading, that person will challenge you. And I'm not talking about being stubborn and immature, because there are moments where a woman may go against you, whether you're experienced or not. She doesn't respect you. But this video isn't about respect. It's all about body count and why it matters and the disadvantages you have from each sex. Like I said, when it comes to men, the less bodies you have, the less experienced you are, which will make leading difficult. While on the other hand, the less experience you have, the more trainable you are. You will be able to listen more efficiently because you don't already have your preconceived notions through your experiences. Once a woman has a sexual past, she will dictate terms and conditions. That girl might tell you, I like it this way. I want things that way. She's going to be more in charge of your interaction when it comes to sexual activities. And as I stated before, you might notice over-the-top desires. There are women who go to sex parties, have threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes. There are girls who do some ridiculous things when now you're meeting them and you're trying to build a relationship. How the fuck do you think that's gonna work? You will be compared to multiple men in her past based off of the things that she likes. That makes it extremely difficult to pair bond. And that is the point of this video. In order to build a relationship long term, you need to be able to bond with your partner. When a man has multiple women, that does not stop his ability to pair bond, because sex is just sex. We're not attached to it. Even if we like the woman a lot, that might be obsession, but we're not in love with the woman through sex. While for you ladies, there's a big difference. Once you start engaging in sexual activity, you start to build a bond. Now, I'm not a scientist, but you can look this information up in terms of what creates that connection. And if a woman continually sleeps around, she loses the ability to bond. Similar to grabbing a piece of tape. It's brand new. You stick it on the wall. That shit is gonna be tough to remove. It has a lot of glue. However, you take that shit off and you put it back on, it'll stick, but it's not as strong. Rinse and repeat that bullshit multiple times and see if that tape is gonna stick. No, the fuck it won't. Because the tape itself is no longer working, which is in reference to the woman. She loses the ability to connect. I've been with so many women, and I can tell you through my experiences that multiple women I've been with no longer had the ability to pair bond because they've been with too many men. And granted, some of these girls had amazing personalities. 304s can be some of the most fun individuals you will ever meet. But when it comes to a long-term committed relationship, you will be fucking yourself if you decide to commit. That's just the truth. But anyways, guys, you let me know your thoughts down below. And that is why body count matters. It's so easy, even a fucking caveman can do it.